What up, folks? It's your boy Tim, the handsome liberal, aka Chicago, coming to you. This is an interesting video today. This is going to be one that's going to piss off a whole lot of people. But right off the bat, I'm going to ask that you go ahead and punch that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you like the material I'm talking about. And if you don't like what I got to say, go ahead and hit the dislike button. I really need this. It helps the analytics. Doesn't cost you a penny. So subscribe, hit that like button. Do your boy a solid. Okay, what has happened? President Joe Biden just moments ago passed an executive order during the middle of a pandemic, so that means this is pretty much going to be solid. All employers with over 100 employees or more must, and I repeat, must ensure that they are either vaccinated or producing a negative COVID test once a week. This is all across the board, across the country. He basically stated he wanted to do this to prevent governors from getting in the way of vaccinating everyone. So once again, any business that has over 100 employees has to ensure that all the employees are either vaccinated or producing a negative COVID test every single week. Obviously, this is a big step forward in getting people vaccinated, or if you're in the right, you're going to look at this as a big step backwards and taking away some of your rights, or taking away your rights to do whatever you want with, your body. My body, my choice. Well, we can talk about that. We can talk about what's going on with that down in Texas later on. But yeah, so what do you guys think? You think that he overstepped it? Now, remember, as I highlighted, he took this executive action in the middle of a pandemic. So, for the most part, courts tend to side with the president acting in what is considered to be a major time of an emergency. This is a pandemic. So, it will be challenged in court, but every lawyer in the book that I've seen analyzing this is basically saying it's going to stick because it's a pandemic and the courts are not going to interfere with the president acting during a pandemic. So, this would overstep people like Governor DeSantis and some of them who are, Governor of Iowa here where I'm at. Governor of Texas is another example where they're passing these laws that prevent employers from either requiring employees be vaccinated or requiring they wear masks or any of that stuff. Joe Biden just overruled that all with the federal executive order. So as of now, if you're a business with over 100 employees or more, everyone has to be vaccinated or produce a negative test result every week. So that's just came down the pike. And this is on September the 9th, right before the commemoration of September 11th coming up this weekend. And some are saying that, he done this to take the heat off of him for how he handled the evacuation of Afghanistan and things like that. Maybe not. But the pro-vaccination crowd, those who are in favor of the vaccination, for that crowd, us liberals, they should have done this a long time ago. Because the anti-vax crowd has been undermining his handling of COVID from day one. They've been doing everything they can, from blocking mask mandates to, doing whatever they can to block any kind of requirements on being vaccinated, et cetera, et cetera. So the comment has always been, well, we don't want to go into a world where you got vaccination passports. It's too late. It is too late. No matter what you do in the United States, there are a lot of countries now that are going to prevent you from entering that country unless you're vaccinated. The vaccine passport, it's the way of the future. Whether the United States does it or not, it's going to happen. It's just a matter of where it happens and where it doesn't. But the vaccine passport is here to stay. At least for the foreseeable future, probably for a large portion of, say, my lifetime. Next generation is going to be here. So do you think President Biden overstepped his boundaries? Leave me a comment. Let me know. I won't make this too long. I just happened to see that executive order come down. In fact, I was listening to it live while it was being televised, and happened to be tuned in to Fox, of all places, and it interrupted their broadcast. And immediately the commentators on that particular network went nuts because They do believe that a lot of, for the most part, they follow a lot of individuals who question the vaccine, question the validity of the vaccine, question the COVID test results, question everything. So on Fox News, you're going to get a lot of varying opinions. So they definitely were not a big fan of it. As a liberal, the handsome liberal, as you know, I am 100% in favor of it. I've been vaccinated since early April, mid-April. Got my second shot in mid-April, and it is now mid-September. So, you're talking 5 months ago. And when the booster shot comes out, unless I hear something crazy, I'm going to be in line to get the booster shot. But once again, I did say I am a liberal. I do trust the science, and I'm not going to play games with my health based on whatever, fly-by-night right-wing host comes on air. But we won't go into me personally. I just want to know what do you guys think? Do you support it? And when I say do you support this, you can be in favor of getting yourself vaccinated, but still think it's wrong for an employer to have to vaccinate all their employees. So what do you think about this? Drop me a comment. Like I said, I'd love to hear from you guys. You help out the analytics. I'm trying to get my subscribers up. Getting a few of you guys trickling in, but I'm greedy. I want more. I want thousands of you motherfuckers. Come holler at your boy. Let me know. What do you think about this? And where else do you think it might go? If they can force you as an employer to vaccinate people today, what do you think that this may lead to tomorrow? Now, I know this is more along the conspiracy line, but let me know. What do you think that this may potentially lead up in the future? I'm going to do a separate video in regards to Texas and their abortion ban. And then they have another one down there where they're actually requiring the professional sports teams to play the national anthem. I mean, what kind of constitutional bullshit is that? Unconstitutional bullshit is that? But we're going to make a different video on that. Right now, this video, I'm going to keep it short, sweet, and simple. I just want to talk about the executive order that President Biden just passed maybe about an hour ago as of this video. So let me know. Do you think it's going to stick? I assume it will be challenged. We do have a right-wing Supreme Court, 6-3. But, you don't want to set a precedent. And this would be breaking a presidential order in the middle of a pandemic. I don't know if the courts want to set a precedent where that could happen in the future. I mean, during martial law or rioting and looting, type deals like that. You don't want somebody to challenge a presidential order and then cite how they broke Biden's order in the future to break another one that you might actually agree with. So we'll see how it goes. At this point, they're saying 75% of all American adults have had at least one vaccination shot. So he's getting folks vaccinated. It's just 25% of American adults is still a lot of people. I believe they're saying about 80 million Americans still have not been vaccinated. That's not a small number. That's enough to pass around a lot of virus. Holla at your boy, handsome liberal, out.